YouTube, what's good? It's your boy JF back here with another video. Hope you all doing well, blessed, on your purpose, getting to a bag. Yeah, we just got we ain't gonna talk about it, but at the barbershop, I was having a very interesting conversation, with the people around my barber, people that was in the room. And I appreciated the conversation for a couple of reasons. One, that I was able to learn, but also two, I learned one of the lessons I feel like I had to overcome in my own spiritual growth journey that I wanted to hop on here and share with y'all. Whether that you might be dealing with it with others, whether you recognize this in yourself and you just want to raise your level of awareness and become more conscious and allow yourself to grow into the best version of yourself. Ultimately, that's what we're here to do on this channel. So we were having a conversation. It was a good conversation. I feel like I learned a lot. The guy I was speaking with, he understood a lot about the science of a lot of different things, and we had some different beliefs when it came to spirituality, religion, ultimately what we believe, who the creator is, all this good stuff. And I just didn't feel the need to share my beliefs about me believing in Jesus and God. And I might get condemned from some others to say this, but I just felt in his tone of voice that when he spoke so passionately about what he believed, that it was coming from a place of ego and a needing to be right. And that's what I wanted to talk about in this video, is that a lot of times people just want to be right. People just want to get their point across. People just want to be passionate and have others view them a certain way as the person with the knowledge, as the person with the wisdom. And I just felt a lot of that in his tonality and the things that he was saying. It was like, hey, at the end of the day, I'm like, oh, so you think this? No, I know this for sure. Like, I got the proof, I got the stats, I got the studies. And it was just funny because it's like, I'm not gonna act holier than thou. I felt like I've been there in my past. Maybe I still show tendencies of being that way right now, presently, of acting like, my way or the highway, and I got all the answers and I know everything. And it's just not a good feeling that you give people. It's not a good feeling that you give off. And it may come from a well-intentioned place. Like, I never questioned his intentions with what he was saying. At the end of the day, he was trying to heal. He was trying to help. He was trying to, give whatever wisdom he had to give. And at the end of the day, from me recognizing where he was on his journey, understanding where I am on my journey, understanding the context of the conversation, understand what could have been done impactfully on my end. At the end of the day, a lot of times to help someone grow, you just ask more questions to have maybe them question their own beliefs. And you ultimately want to learn from them as well. So I learned some things from him, and I brought some things that I wanted to speak about to the forefront about, okay, so what about this scenario? Just questions to make you, maybe go internally to question your own beliefs. And at the end of the day, a lot of times when you speak with these people, the title of this video is They Just Want to Be Right. So you speak to these people that just want to be right. At the end of the day, you don't have to give them their energy by going back and forth and trying to debate and trying to, fight ideology against ideology, because one, you're not going to get your point across. It's not going to happen. You're not going to influence somebody by telling them what to believe. Trust me, I've tried plenty of times. You can lay it out however you want, but all that's going to do is really turn into a fight. It's going to turn into an argument. It's going to turn into a battle of ideologies, because nobody likes to be wrong, Instead, what I found to be effective to not only learn and, maximize my wisdom and maximize what I know, but also, help others to transform and ascend on their journey, is to, appreciate the words that they're saying, give them the flowers for the wisdom and the things that they're saying, allow them to feel good. And then you ask more questions that may just bring, different thoughts to the forefront of their awareness that they might not have been thinking of previously. And you don't have to throw it in somebody's face and say, I got the studies and all this type of stuff like that, because ultimately, your fruits will show more than anything. That's what it says in the Bible, is that you will know them by their fruits. So, you can act as if you're so conscious. You can act as if you're a super aware being. You can act as if you're a super loving being. But it's going to show in your, I want to say contentment, but contentment's not the word. It's going to show in your, the word is on my tip of my tongue. But it's going to show in how you show up. It's going to show in your It's gonna come to me after the video. Watch. But it's gonna show in the way that you show up. It's gonna show in how you and how people perceive you, and ultimately how you show yourself to be perceived. You know, if you're coming as a loving person, no matter if someone's coming against your ideology, if you're coming in peace, if you're, you know, just looking to you know, spread good vibes, that's gonna show up. If you're, you know, not reacting to, you know, people's energy in a negative way, then that's gonna show up in your it's like on the tip of my tongue, like, but I just can't think of the word. I want to keep saying contentment. It's gonna show up in your the way that you show up. If anybody knows the word I'm looking for, put it in the comment section. But I don't want to make this video too long. It's just, here's a message to all you guys out there that could be going through this in your day-to-day, dealing with people that feel like they just want to be right, you know. And if they just want to be right, let them be right, and don't fight them. Just question some things that they believe, and ask questions about, hey, what about this scenario? Have you thought about this? Or what's your opinions on this? And then you just dive deeper into more of their ideology, and they'll start to think like, oh, I don't really have a good answer for that. Or, you know, they'll start to ask you questions if they're open-minded. Now, you know, you have a platform to share your opinions. You know, don't just willy-nilly share your opinions, you know, with anybody. You know, if they ask, if they want to know deeper, then, you know, they'll ask you your opinions, and they'll ask to further the conversation, and maybe y'all could have an edifying conversation. But once you start to notice their emotional state is kind of off, and, you know, they're kind of getting triggered, or kind of getting, you know, showing a negative emotional state, you know, just back off a little bit. You know, you don't have to be right. And at the end of the day, if you come in the name of impact, if you come in the name of helping people, like a lot of us tend to do, then, you know, you understand that just trying to get your beliefs off is only making you feel better in the moment, because you feel like you're helping, you feel like you're doing something, you feel like you're, you know, trying to save the world. It's like the savior complex that people tend to have. But, you know, you recognize that if it's not, if people aren't in a position to receive what you're saying, then it's really just a waste of energy, and, you know, it's for your own satisfaction and pleasure. And at the end of the day, when people don't receive your message properly, that leaves you to not feel pleasurable anyway. It leaves you to feel, you know, frustrated. Now y'all arguing, now you upset because they not listening, they don't get it. Now they saying you don't get it, now y'all belittling each other. So, you know, it just leads to negative energy. So, you know, after you've noticed that pattern a lot, which I have, I've just come to the point now to where I was proud of myself for recognizing where he was in the moment, recognizing where I was in the moment, and having the emotional control to not have the need to be right and share my opinions, you know, in that situation. So hope that makes sense. If you like the video, like the video. Comment what you want to see next. Catch you all in the next one. Peace.